time to talk baseball, but we've got the Purdy Eagles in and head coach Josh Hughes. Coach Hughes, thanks for coming up this morning.
Thanks. We appreciate you inviting us and everything you do for high school sports. And we will come up anytime you would like to have us, so we appreciate it.
Are you guys actually involved in a tournament?
And it's kind of a showcase. It's actually not a tournament this week, so yeah, it's a pretty good team. So.
And it's being played at Clever. I've seen, Coach at Clever is Coach Snyder.
Yes,
has been tweeting out his pictures of his field all my.
Yeah.
Saturday, getting it ready.
It looks nice, but Mother Nature had other plans, and I think they got almost 3 inches of rain on Thursday, and we had the opportunity to move over to U.S. Ballpark last night and play, and then today the game's been moved from Clever to Billings, so we're going to play at Billings this afternoon. So, but yeah, Coach Snyder put this together and got Silo, Oklahoma, defending Class II state champion out of Oklahoma, come in. We played them last year. That's who we played last night and got beat 8-2. And then we're going to play Ellington, Missouri, from down towards the Boot Hill here later on this afternoon. So get to see teams that we normally don't get to see and see where we're at early in the year.
Visiting with the Purdy Eagles, segment brought to you by Sunrise Family Restaurant. Breakfast anytime, 400 Main Street, Cassville, Missouri, 847-0782. That's right in your neck of the woods down there.
It is a real good place to eat. I've been there a few times.
I hear they have the world's best French fries.
Well, they have good French fries, they have good burgers, good breakfast, too. Real good breakfast.
All right. So you guys talk about your season up to this point. Is this kind of the opening showcase for the fall?
It is. We've had 3 weeks of practices. We had a jamboree last week. Saw some really good things in the jamboree. We're trying to replace 4 seniors that we graduated last year, and we've got some guys that are filling in those shoes already, and we've kind of moved some guys around, and I like what we can do with the bat right now. I think we're going to be okay there, and defensively, it's coming together. We've, I think, had, like I said, 3 weeks of practice, and every practice has been on defense right now, And then our pitching we've got quite a bit of pitching back from last year. So we've got a shot to be pretty decent if it all comes together.
What was your spring season like, and how does, obviously having a fall season's got to help with numbers, got to help with getting at bats, because there's no better substitute than live at bats.
Yeah, and I've said this is my 14th year at Purdy, and I've said this for 14 years. If we don't have fall baseball, we don't have success in the spring. It's real nice to have that season. It's nice to have those practices, and it's nice to play teams. And, our fall schedule isn't easy. I mean, we try to play, as many schools and many opportunities outside of this area in the fall to get us ready, because we might end up having to play a bigger school in the spring, to fill our schedule. So, I've enjoyed the fall the last, 14 years, and if we don't have it, we don't have success, like I said. So, last year we won our district. We ended up losing in the sectionals to New Covenant. They then ended up losing to Mansfield, and Mansfield got second in the state. So I felt like we were 1 inning away from maybe going on a run there. And we had a real good year and shared the conference title with Southwest. Kind of got beat at Southwest late in the year, and to share that title with them. And it's kind of fun because both of us have left that old conference to join a new conference. So we kind of have that shared title to go out on. So, but we had a really good spring.
You mentioned the conference, and we were talking earlier with Jeff Sadler, owner, publisher of the Pigskin Preview, about the new conference alignments. How does that affect Purdy? We talked about it based on the football schedules, but what does your new conference look like, and what does that do with regards to your schedule?
Well, I think it was kind of a trickle-down effect. I think as the big schools started moving around with their football conferences, and then some other schools started to move around, and it kind of left a couple schools that were in the Spring River out on their own, and they were looking at joining the Ozark 7. Well, we kind of had an opportunity to join the Southwest Conference League, so I think it just kind of trickled down. We along with Southwest, like I said, are joining the Southwest Conference League with Crane and Billings and Sparta, Spokane, those guys. And, that's a very good small conference. I mean, it's not just in baseball. They're good. I think someone said they've sent like 7 or 8 years in a row someone to the Final Four in basketball, whether it's boys or girls. and none of the schools have football, so they've got fall baseball. Our conference tournament now is in the fall. We'll get to play at the end of the year in a conference tournament. So it's got opportunities for us to have a little bit more, maybe even a little bit more coverage in the sprinkled areas. So it's just got so many things that will help us in our program and our district out, I believe.
And you guys recently lost a basketball coach, Jeremy Dressler, and class act by your board of education to allow him out and head to Willard. And we're not breaking news or anything like that, but are you a new basketball coach?
No, you're not the first person to ask. No, I've always joked with these guys and even guys I've had in the past. I don't think they could stand me for a whole year. They get me fall and spring. If I was in the winter with them, they'd probably run off and run away from me. No, and you're right. Jeremy did a good job and had an opportunity to move up in his profession, and you can't blame guys for wanting to move up. And like you said, our board is a great board, and our administration and our staff and everyone there. I mean, they do things the right way, and and our kids do things the right way, and we're pretty proud of where we're from and our kids and everyone there. So,
what have the numbers been like? And looking at the amount of space you've taken up here at Played Against Sports with your team, it looks like you've got really good numbers.
Yeah, I mean, we're Class 2 school. We average 14 to 16 kids every year, and we've got 14 this year that are out right now, and we've got 4 seniors and 2 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. So, 3 juniors. Sorry. And anyways, we've got good numbers in each class. We're not one big senior class or one big sophomore. We've got pretty equal, and it's always kind of been like that. And always would like to have more numbers. That makes practice and competition a little bit better, but it's kind of right there where we've been the last few years, and it's kind of makes us have to be creative at practice with 14 guys. My assistant coach and managers sometimes have to do things that I'm getting too old and out of shape to do it, so I have to make them do some things to help us at practice sometimes.
We're visiting with the Purdy Eagles fall baseball team, fall and spring baseball team. This segment brought to you by Country Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, located in Cassville, Missouri, and Murray & Associates, our Team of the Week sponsor. We will take a quick time out, come back, and we'll visit with as many of these guys as we can in a half an hour, but I'm sure we'll get everybody on the air back after these messages from the School Board Guy Network after this. Spring to the SMH Farm Supply High School Highlight Show here on the School Board Guy Network. Certainly glad you tuned in, and as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. We're live at Played Against Sports and Mabner Fitness in the Fremont Center on East Battlefield, and talking a little fall baseball, almost a pregame type situation here. You guys play at 2:30, scheduled to play at 2:30 today, and head coach Josh Hughes, and brought to you by Post-Game Pizza, located in Rogersville and Marshfield. Rogersville's number is 753-4567, and in Marshfield you can call 630-0300. Excuse me. Coach, you brought we got 14 guys here with you, and we'll introduce them one at a time here, and we'll start right here with you sat in that spot. You got to go first.
Yeah, that's a senior first baseman pitcher, Mason Shalleck. Does a good job for us on the mound. He pitched last night and did well, and kind of got into a little bit of trouble late in the 5th inning, but did a good job against a very good team in Silo, Oklahoma. And we have big plan for him. He's going to bat 3, 4, and 5 holes throughout the year. If he continues to hit the ball like he's capable. Had a really good year last year as a junior. Was honorable mention All-State. Was all conference, all district, and just was a big key guy for us in the middle of the lineup last year. Mainly batted 3 holes late in the year whenever we kind of got going and won that district title. So and then he also pitched for us last year as a junior. So we have big hopes, and I think he has that same idea of having a big year for his senior year.
Mason, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Pitched last night. What was that experience like? Kind of the first night out of live baseball and with an opponent.
It was just different. We had the jamboree and getting out there. It's just not pitching to your teammates and you're facing a new team, you have to live low in the zone, hit the outside corners, and hit your spots, especially against a good hitting team like Silo.
What's it been like in this tournament, the showcase? Not tournament. Showcase, where you get to see teams that you're not familiar with.
It's just totally different. You're seeing a different caliber of baseball team, like teams we want to be like, and compete with to get to that higher level and reach that Final Four.
What do you do on a day that you know you're going to pitch? How do you get prepared both physically and mentally for that day?
All day I'm just thinking, I got to hit my spots, I got to live low in the zone, got to make sure my curveball's working so I can give the team the best opportunity to win on a mountain run.
And you're hitting in the middle of the lineup. What's that been like here the last couple of years?
I like hitting the middle lineup. You know, I just try to hit that first pitch fastball if it's right there, and if I can, work the count deep, and so we can see as much pitches as we can early in the lineup so we can get his pitch count up.
What's it been like, fall baseball? What do you do over the summer? Is this like 6-8 months of baseball in a row?
Yeah, I actually play travel baseball during the summertime, so a 417. So.
417. Proud supporter of the show, friend of the show there at 417. My brother-in-law actually coaches a little bit with them. I don't know what team you played on, but who was your coach over the summer?
Harrison Broad Street.
Okay. All right, what was that experience like, and how did that benefit you coming into this fall season?
Well, you know, we just play a lot of those high-caliber teams, whether we travel far away or here around Springfield or Joplin. We saw a lot of those high-caliber teams with very good pitchers, so that really bettered me.
Well, Mason, thanks so much for coming in this morning, and good luck today. And who do we have next, Coach?
Kyler Props. He's kind of our does-everything guy. I mean, he kind of sacrificed maybe some of his goals. Maybe last few years he's been in the middle of the infield, and we needed him to step up and move to the outfield, and it's made us better. I don't know if he's going to be out there all year. He's going to be kind of have opportunities to play at short. He also is going to pitch. He pitched some in relief last night, and he's going to start for us also. So, does a good job, and he's batting leadoff. He's got some speed and gets on bases and causes some havoc for other teams and put pressure on him.
Tyler, good morning.
Good morning.
What was it like to make that move from the middle of the infield into the outfield for this season?
It was a tough transition. I hadn't played outfield since I was in probably junior high, so I moved from the middle infield to the outfield. It was a change, but I've kind of adapted throughout the year. I hope to keep striving.
What was maybe the biggest challenge making that move?
Just as far as trying to figure out how to read the ball off the bat a little bit better, coming in the air rather than a ground ball type situation.
And what's been your experience this weekend with the showcase?
It's been awesome. Silo, Oklahoma has a terrific team, and them coming over and playing us, just seeing that caliber of baseball. We played a good 5 innings with them, and, just seeing the way that they were able to hit the ball and play defense, that was awesome.
What are you looking forward to about today? There's been some rain in the past, you've kind of had your game move back and change location.
Yeah.
Play at U.S. Ballpark last night. What was that like?
I always love playing at big stadiums. That was a really cool experience. Playing on turf, it has true hops, and it really didn't do us too wrong last night. So that was just a cool experience.
Yeah, but in that outfield, that's rather a large outfield to have to cover.
Yeah, 400 dead center. You've really got to get on the move with those turf hops right over your head.
All right, well, Tyler, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
You bet. Coach, who do we have next?
Another senior, Carl Hewitt. He had a big year last year for us. Again, he catches for us, and he could pitch a little bit. But last year is kind of one of those situations that I needed him behind the plate. And he did such a good job back there. He was second-team All-State catcher. Had a great year at the plate. He's one of those other guys. He could be in that 3, 4, 5. I think we had him in the 6th hole last night. And if you're an all-state second teamer in the 6th hole, that just shows how deep our lineup can be. Carl does a good job with defense, and I'd say defensively he's one of the better catchers around the area and does a good job with that.
Carl, good morning.
Good morning.
What's been your experience like thus far early in the fall?
It's been a good experience, just trying to get better and learn more about the game.
As you get prepared for a contest, obviously you're going to warm the pitchers up in the bullpen. You kind of know a little bit about what's going on. What are you using to kind of motivate them, or how does those conversations work pregame to kind of work on what they seem to be throwing well and having some success with?
Most of the time we just talk about like what's working and then how we're going to approach batters. So like a 3-hole, we may throw off-speed pitches to start off with. It just depends on the batter.
How important is your relationship with the guy behind you calling balls and strikes?
Last night we were on a first-name basis. Most of the time we are. So it's pretty good most of the time.
And what class are you again?
Senior.
You're senior. All right. So you got any plans for next year? I know school's just started, but any plans for next year?
Not at the moment. I'd really like to go and play college ball somewhere.
And about where do you hit in the lineup?
Anywhere between 5 and 6 most of the time.
What's the preparation like offensively for you? Maybe even on the by at bat basis. What are you thinking about trying to maybe have the best possible outcome in the batter's box?
Just trying to hit the fastball as early as I can, and seeing what the pitcher throws during warm-ups helps. Seeing the curveball, seeing the changeup.
Carl, what do you do in the off season?
I play baseball during the summer and basketball during the winter to stay in shape.
Outstanding. Well, Carl, thank you. We're visiting with the Purdy Eagles here, and our Team of the Week sponsored by Murney Associates Realtors. And Murney Associates Realtors are locally owned, internationally recognized. Find your next home on Murney.com from your desktop, tablet, or mobile device. Remember, when you need to make a move, call Murney Associates Realtors at 823-2300. It's your best play, and it was my best play. Sold my house back right at a year ago, moved into a new place right there in Bolivar, courtesy of Murney Associates Realtors, and we're visiting with Purdy Eagles here, presented by Country Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Cassville, Missouri. And Coach, we've got several more here to get to, but who do we have next here for the Eagles?
Our last senior is Jed Winsat. Jed's a kid that hadn't played baseball until his sophomore year in high school and has improved tremendously, and it's a big part of our running game. He's one of the first guys that's coming off the bench. He'd probably be, if we have an injury in the outfield, he'd be one of the first guys out there in the outfield. Does a good job every day at practice, works hard, and works to improve himself every day.
Jed, good morning.
Good morning.
What? Come out your sophomore year. What led you to come out?
I've always loved baseball, but I've never had the time to get out there and enjoy the sport personally. But when I had heard that the tryouts come around, that we could all hop on the baseball train, I just decided to get on in there and try it out for myself.
So a love of baseball brought you out. Do you have a favorite team?
Yeah, the Texans.
What, sorry?
The Rangers.
The Rangers, Texas Rangers. Now, what led to that affiliation?
I lived in Arkansas for a bit with my dad, and he was always every Texas sport fan, be it Dallas Cowboys or the Texas Rangers. So when I first started watching baseball, it would be the Texas Rangers up on the big screen.
And Coach mentioned your proclivity in the running game and how you felt the program. How do you get prepared on a day-by-day basis?
Well, mostly just running back and forth from the fence to the dugout, or from the foul ball line to home plate, back and forth, just getting the shape. And practicing my hardest with rundowns.
Really looking forward to today?
Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
All right, big smile on Jed's face. Jed, thanks for coming in this morning.
Sorry.
And who do we have next, Coach?
Next is junior left fielder Andrew Martinez. I believe we had him in the 3-hole last night. Andrew has been right in the middle of the lineup since his freshman year. He has a lot of potential to do some big things with the bat. And, we're working on his defense, working on his speed, working on his arm, and we'll keep working on that. But offensively, I just stay away from him because I'm afraid I might screw him up. So he does a good job. He was All-State second-team outfielder last year. I think was it first or second team? Second team outfielder. So he had a really good year last year as a sophomore, and we look for big things out of him in his junior and senior year.
Andrew, good morning.
Morning.
What
talk about how you kind of get prepared for a game. You're going to play at 2:30 today. It's 2.5 hours away. What are you doing? What are you thinking about right now, and how are you getting mentally prepared?
Mostly, I really don't know what I do. I just
You just make it on time to the bus.
pretty much like one thing I try to do, and I'll try to stay mentally prepared when I'm on the bus, thinking about how I will mostly think about the team we're going to play, how their hitting is. So whenever, and if they play a game before we do, most times I'll watch the hitting and see where they normally hit it.
As you're in the outfield, what are you thinking about there, and what are your responsibilities?
My responsibilities is to always back up people, like our shortstop and third baseman. If they miss a ground ball, I'll always be there to back them up. Oh God.
You catch the ball, make sure you hit your cutoff man, things like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the batter's box, what are you thinking about, as you prepare to hit? You're in the on-deck circle, looking for a fastball, or you're looking for just any pitch, or just not thinking about it?
Most of the times I will look for a fastball inside, because the inside pitches are something that I can really hit, but I'll try to hit any pitch I can hit, either right down the middle, outside, inside, curveball, whatever.
So it doesn't matter, just looking for a strike.
Pretty much.
Looking forward to today?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Andrew, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Visiting with the Purdy Eagles here in our Team of the Week segment, sponsored by Murray Associates here on the Scoreboard Guy Network and State Farm Insurance. Jim Roebuck here in Springfield, Missouri, and Godfather's Pizza, Springfield, Ozark, and Republic. And Coach, who do we have next?
Next, another junior, Zane Brown. Zane's kind of our utility guy this year, and we kind of started that a little bit with him last year. He played numerous positions, so he can play, about anywhere. He's going to be the starting pitcher today. We really feel that he could give us some really good innings on the mound. Had some big experiences last year. Ended up getting the win in the district championship game in relief. We ended up winning in the 8th inning, and he come in and struck out 6 guys, in the 3 in the 7th and 3 in the 8th last year for us. So we kind of see what he's got going on for us, and we think he could have a big year on the mound for us.
Zane, good morning.
Morning, guys.
Thanks. Now talk a little bit. You're pitching today. What's going through your mind? How are you getting mentally prepared for today's game?
Well, I'm just trying to stay relaxed and just know that I'm trying my best out there on the mound and try doing what I usually do out there.
So you're warming up in the bullpen. What pitches are you concerned about, and how do you go about getting prepared on with your pitches, and how much do you lean on your catcher about what's working and not working?
The pitch I really try working on is my curveball. I really trust that, and my fastball. But if my curveball ain't working, I have to go to my changeup and make sure my fastball's hitting its spot. And Carl, he's usually pretty good at telling me what's working and what ain't. And he's pretty good with that.
Now, you go out there today. Are you going to be able to bat? Or are you going to be pinch hit for today? Are you a PO, pitcher only?
No, like Coach said, I'm pretty much a utility guy. I play wherever he puts me. Wherever.
Excluding pitching, do you have a favorite position on the field?
I like second base. I've always really liked that. Last year when I was playing, I always enjoyed it. And third base.
Well, Zane, good luck today, and thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
You're listening to the SNH Farm Supply High School Highlights Show here on the Scoreboard Guy Network. We will take a step away, take a quick timeout, come back and wrap it up here on the Scoreboard Guy Network live from Play It Again Sports at Mad Bear Fitness. Coach, we've got 4 or 5 left here. We've got to go turn and burn, so to speak.
Yeah, the next 4 guys are sophomores. They all 4 are starting for us right now. 3 of them are starting on the infield, and one's our center fielder that started last year as a freshman. So, Clay does a good job at second base, and he's batting in the 9 hole, but he could be a leadoff guy, and does a good job for us as a sophomore.
Clay, good morning.
Morning.
the 9 hole, which is kind of just back-to-back leadoffs down there. What do you do to get prepared for today?
Oh, I just try to stay relaxed and just always be focused and know that I'm just going to go out there and try to do my best every game.
Are you having a good time?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Clay, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. And our next sophomore.
Andres Aldaba. Andres has been a part of the program. His brother played for us, and he does a good job. He's starting shortstop today. As a sophomore, he's going to probably see some time on the mound throughout the year. Does a good job. He's batting in the 2-hole. Does a good job at that, too.
Andres, good morning.
Morning, sir.
And at shortstop, talk a little bit about those responsibilities that you have in the middle of the field.
Oh, I just gotta, every time there's a throw down, I gotta make sure I'm there covering my second baseman if I'm not taking the throw down. If there's a ground ball hit to my third baseman, I just cover him, make sure nothing gets by him, and whatever does, I try the best to get myself and try to get us out for our baseball team.
Looking forward to today.
Yes, sir, I am.
What was your experience last night at U.S. Ballpark?
Oh, it was pretty fun. We got to play on turf field. Got a lot of ground balls hit to the left side of the field, and me and my third baseman here to my right, we played the best we could and tried to make outs for our team. It worked out pretty good.
That's because he's a third baseman and he's always on your right. Is that why he's sitting on your right today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Andre, thanks for coming in this morning.
You bet. Thank you.
And obviously the third baseman.
Yes, Asiel Aldaba. He's a sophomore. Did a real good job for us last fall. He chose to focus on some basketball in the spring, and we're glad to have him back. I mean, we're glad to, as you know, Andy said, he sits on his right for a reason. They're pretty well inseparable on that baseball field. So we're glad to have him back. He does a good job batting in the 4 or 5 holes for us. So.
And Osio?
Yeah.
All right. What are your responsibilities there at third base?
Well, my responsibilities are just like to keep every ball in front and be prepared for any bad hops and stuff like that.
Any bad hops last night?
No, it was turf field play when everything was true.
Kind of like that, don't you?
Yeah.
What's going through your mind defensively as you prepare for each batter? I mean, are you watching top aim for a bunt, or what are some things that you're thinking about?
Oh yeah, like I'm always prepared for a bunt, and coach always calls plays just to be prepared for anything that could happen on the field and stuff like that.
You having fun?
Yeah, yes sir.
All right, good luck today. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And our next victim.
Yeah, another sophomore, Jake Brown. He's our center fielder. He does a good job for us. He played every inning that we had last year in center. He does a phenomenal job out there. He's getting better. You know, and there's still room for him to prove, and he does a good job anyway. So, you know, if we've got a huge upside for him, and we get him for 3 more years. You know, sophomore, junior, senior year. So he also is he could lead off for us, bat 2 hole. I think we had him in the lineup in the 7 hole yesterday, batting 9 hole some last year. So he's all over the lineup in that situation too.
Jay, good morning.
Good morning.
You have a favorite place to bat?
I like leadoff, to be honest. It's like that's where I've played a lot in my former years playing baseball.
What is intriguing about hitting the leadoff spot? Number one, you're the first guy that's going to see any pitches.
I just think the intensity. I like the approach of the bat.
Now, center field. Talk about your responsibilities there in the center of the outfield.
Oh, I think being center is kind of like a lead position. You gotta be loud. You gotta make sure everybody's in line out there.
Having fun?
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to today.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks for coming in this morning. You bet.
All right, next is junior Tony Rodriguez. Tony has always kind of played baseball in the summer. I can't ever get him to play for me, and I finally this year as a junior got him to come out, and Tony does a good job, works his tail off, and you know I like having him around, and you know he's going to get some chances to hit. Big, strong kid, and when he hits it, it goes. So we're going to give him that opportunity.
All right, Tony. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
What led you to come outside of Coach Hughes kind of badgering you, catch you in the hallway? And how'd that play out?
Well, it happened all because all my friends wanted me to join, and I wanted to join. I really missed baseball because I stopped playing for 4 years because I had a knee injury. So I'm back, so I appreciate them having me on the team and playing with them.
Are you having a good time?
Yes, for sure.
Looking forward to today?
Yes, for sure.
All right. Well, hey, Tony, thanks for coming in this morning, and best of luck today.
All right, thank you.
And next we have
The next three guys are freshmen. They're new to the program this year, and they're all three working hard, and they're learning what high school baseball. And it was kind of neat at the Jamboree to see their eyes. They've all played in the past, but of course high school sports is different, and their eyes were kind of like, oh, whoa, at times. And they're learning, and they did a good job. And I think after this weekend, they're going to know exactly what it's about. They're going to know what it takes to get to the high level, and I think all three of them could be huge for us in the future. The first one here is Matthew Cornelius.
Matthew. Good morning.
Good morning.
You having a good time?
Having a great time.
You any butterflies? You go out to play at U.S. Ballpark. What was that like as a freshman coming in to play on typically what was started as kind of a semi-pro type minor league facility that the Bears have played on, Drury plays on? What was that experience like?
It was really different, from turf to dirt. For me, used to playing on dirt, it's really different. But it was really a neat experience. So that was really cool.
And what positions do you have an opportunity to? What are your positions?
Well, I played some shortstop in practice, and second base. My bad. Second base in practice, and a little bit of outfield.
Do you have a favorite position?
I like second base.
You like second base. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming in this morning. Good luck today.
Okay, thank you.
And the next freshman,
Zach Henderson. Zach is Clay's cousin, and the Henderson family is a very, very good family in Purdy that does a lot of stuff in sports. And we're excited to have him, and he's got big shoes to fill. He's got some older cousins, and he's excited about that too. He's playing some outfield for us, and he's got a big future for us. So we're like I said, excited that he come out and play.
Zach, good morning.
Morning.
Now, what's been your background in baseball?
Oh, I've been playing for about 7 to 8 years. I mean, I've played ever since I was in kindergarten. I've always enjoyed it. And now coming into high school, it's completely different, and it's just completely different.
Do you have a favorite team?
Kansas City Royals.
I'm sorry.
We don't hold that against them. We're sorry. We're sorry too.
All right. With the Purdy Eagles here, and Zach was talking about his fandom for the Royals. But Zach, good luck today.
All right, hey, yeah, thank you.
And our last victim here, we've got about 2 minutes left.
Brady Powers. Brady is a big, strong freshman, and Coach has already started working with him on his hitting, and we're excited what he could do for us.
Brady, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What are your favorite positions?
I like left field.
Left field. All right. What do you do to kind of get prepared for practice and a game coming up and a showcase today?
Practice, I just try to be there on time, and I try. Yeah, well, I am, but and then for the games, I'm there on time. That's a big thing. You got to be there.
Are you having fun?
I am having fun.
Outstanding. Well, hey, good luck today, Brady, and thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Coach, you got a 2:30 game today in Ellington.
Ellington, Missouri. Yeah, don't know much about them. Their quarterfinal team got Valley Catholic that won the state title last year. Beat them last year in the quarterfinal. So we'll go throw our guy. They'll throw theirs, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Thanks for coming in, Coach.
All right,
good luck.
thanks, guys.
Good luck. You've been listening to the SNH